Texas has some of the highest property taxes in America. That's just a fact. School districts, county assessments, annual increases that make homeowners in other states grateful they don't live here. And yet somehow, Texas is where retirees on $2,000 a month are not just surviving, but actually living well. How does that math work? How do you take a state famous for expensive property taxes and turn it into one of the cheapest places to retire in the entire country? The answer isn't what you think. It's not about finding some trailer park in the middle of nowhere. It's about a tax system that most people don't even know exists, a healthcare network built specifically for seniors, and a geographic lottery where your exact street address can save you $700 a month compared to the next town over. We're breaking down 10 realities of retiring in Texas on $2,000 a month in 2026. And if you're planning to leave Florida, you need to hear number 4. Let's start with the thing that doesn't make sense. Texas property taxes are brutal. If you own a $250,000 home in most of the state, you're looking at around $3,000 a year just for school district taxes. That's $250 a month before you even pay the county or the city. On a $2,000 budget, that's catastrophic. But here's what nobody tells you. If you're 65 or older, you don't pay that. Not even close. Proposition 11 passed in late 2025, and it rewrote the entire game for 2026. It raised the standard homestead exemption to $140,000 for everyone. Then it added another $60,000 exemption just for seniors. That's $200,000 of your home value that the school district can't touch. So that $250,000 house, they're only taxing you on $50,000 of it. Your bill drops to $600 a year, $50 a month. And then there's the freeze. Once you turn 65 and file for that exemption, the amount you pay in school taxes locks forever. It doesn't matter if your home value doubles. It doesn't matter if the tax rate goes up. Your bill stays exactly the same until you sell or die. That's not a discount. That's a financial cheat code. And if you hit a medical emergency, or your income drops temporarily, Texas lets you defer the entire property tax bill. You don't pay anything. It accrues interest at 5% a year, but it doesn't come due until you sell the house or pass away. It's cheaper than a personal loan, and it keeps you from losing your home when things go sideways. If you want to stretch $2,000 as far as it will go, you move to the Rio Grande Valley, Harlingen, McAllen, Brownsville. These are border cities where the cost of living runs 16 to 19% below the national average. That's not a small margin. That's the difference between making it and not making it. Harlingen is the cheapest major city in Texas right now. Median rent is $695 a month. Not for a studio, for a one-bedroom apartment in a safe neighborhood. That leaves you with $1,305 for everything else. In most of the country, rent alone eats half your budget before you buy groceries. McAllen is slightly more expensive at $834 a month, but it's also bigger and more urban. You get access to more medical specialists, more shopping, more infrastructure, and you're still spending less than 42% of your budget on housing, which is the magic number financial planners say you need to stay stable. The affordability here isn't just housing. Groceries are cheaper because you're sitting next to Mexico's produce distribution network. Fresh vegetables, proteins, staples all cost about 5% less than the state average. And the outdoor recreation is free. The valley has over 360 bird species and 300 types of butterflies. If you like walking trails or nature photography, you just saved yourself a gym membership and a vacation budget. Not everyone wants to live on the border. Some people want 4 seasons. Some people want to be closer to Dallas-Fort Worth for family or medical specialists. If that's you, Wichita Falls and Abilene are where you need to look. Wichita Falls has the cheapest housing prices in the state for a city of its size. Median home values are around $170,000. Median rent is $782 a month. It's 10% cheaper than the national average overall, and you get access to a full transit system, museums, and a senior activity center that runs arts and fitness programs for almost nothing. Abilene is slightly more expensive. Homes run around $230,000 and rent is closer to $1,268. But almost 15% of the population is over 65, which means the infrastructure is built for you. The healthcare networks understand senior needs. The social programs are designed around retirees. You're not an afterthought, you're the demographic. And here's the other advantage. North and Central Texas don't deal with hurricanes. No storm surge, no mandatory evacuations, no homeowner's insurance that triples overnight because your roof is too old or your shingles aren't rated for Category 3 winds. That predictability matters when you're budgeting on a fixed income. This is the number people need to see. If you're living in Florida right now and you're on a fixed income, you're losing $500 to $900 a month compared to Texas. Every single month. That's not an exaggeration. That's the math when you add up insurance, housing, utilities, and groceries. Home insurance in Florida averages $310 a month in 2026. In Texas, it's $160. That's $150 saved right there. Car insurance in Florida runs $210 a month. In Texas, it's $150, another $60. Those two line items alone save you $2,520 a year. Florida's real estate market is volatile. You get metro spikes where home values jump 20% in a year, then crater when a hurricane hits and insurance companies pull out of the state entirely. In Texas, appreciation is steady. Boring, even. But boring is what you want when your home is your primary asset. And you can't afford to lose equity in a market correction. Retirees switching from Florida to Texas avoid losing $6,840 to $8,760 a year in what researchers are calling lost cash. That's money you're spending on bills that doesn't build wealth, doesn't increase your net worth, and disappears into insurance companies and utility providers. In Texas, more of your money stays yours. Healthcare is the second biggest cost in retirement after housing, and if you make the wrong choice, it will destroy a $2,000 budget. The decision comes down to Original Medicare with a supplement versus Medicare Advantage. Original Medicare charges you $202.90 a month for Part B. Then you have a 20% coinsurance on doctor visits, which means unlimited exposure unless you buy a Medigap plan. Those run anywhere from $43 to $193 a month, depending on coverage. You're looking at $250 to $400 a month before you even see a doctor. Medicare Advantage flips that model. The average premium in Texas is $14 a month. A lot of plans are $0, and they cap your annual out-of-pocket maximum at somewhere between $2,950 and $4,513. That's your worst-case scenario. You know exactly what the ceiling is, which means you can budget for it. Texas has specialized Medicare Advantage networks that other states don't. In Houston and Beaumont, you can find Devoted Health or Alignment Health Plan, offering zero premium HMOs with maximum out-of-pocket limits under $3,000. In the Rio Grande Valley, Valley Baptist runs a Seniors Choice Club that gives you free health screenings, hospital assistance, and education on navigating Social Security and Medicare. These aren't just insurance plans. They're geriatric ecosystems designed to keep you healthy and out of the emergency room. Texas runs a deregulated electricity market. That means you pick your provider and rates fluctuate based on supply, demand, and how good your contract is. The average rate in 2026 is about 15.36 cents per kilowatt hour, which is lower than the national average of 16.48. In a place like McAllen, you can find rates as low as 7.92 cents if you shop around. For a one-bedroom apartment, your electric bill will run somewhere between $84 and $134 a month on average. But average doesn't tell the story. In July and August, when it's 100 degrees outside and your air conditioner is running nonstop, that bill can spike to $300. If you're not prepared, that obliterates your budget for 2 months straight. The solution is average billing or level billing. Most providers offer it. They calculate your annual usage and spread it evenly across 12 months. You pay the same amount in January as you do in August. It removes the volatility. You're still paying for the electricity, but you're not getting ambushed by a bill that's triple your normal amount just because it's summer in Texas. Water, gas, and internet add another $100 to $150 a month, depending on where you live. Total utilities for a retiree in a small apartment usually land between $190 and $280 a month. That's manageable on $2,000 if you plan for it. It's a disaster if you don't. Food costs in Texas run about 5% below the national average, which doesn't sound like much until you realize you're spending $430 a month on groceries. 5% is $21. Over a year, that's $252 you're not spending. The USDA is forecasting food-at-home prices to increase by 2.3% in 2026. That's slower than the inflation spikes of 2022 and 2023, but it's still an increase. If you're on a fixed income, you're not getting a raise to cover it. You're absorbing it by cutting something else or by shopping smarter. Texas has an advantage here that most states don't. It's a major beef producer. It sits right next to Mexico's produce hubs. Proteins and fresh vegetables cost less because they don't have to travel as far. You're getting higher nutritional density per dollar spent, which matters when you're trying to eat well on a budget that doesn't have room for takeout. Retailers like H-E-B and Kroger run senior discount days. Some cities like Wichita Falls have grocery cart programs where seniors get picked up at home, taken to the store, and brought back with their groceries for $3 round trip. These aren't luxuries. They're infrastructure designed to keep retirees fed and independent without burning through gas money or risking a fall in a parking lot. Auto insurance in Texas averages $150 a month. That's a fixed cost you can't negotiate down very much, and it's $180 a year just to keep your car legal. Then there's gas, maintenance, and the hidden killer, tolls. Major metro areas like Houston, Austin, and Dallas-Fort Worth have toll roads everywhere, and in 2026, those rates are increasing by 2 to 3% annually based on the Consumer Price Index. If you're driving into the city for a doctor's appointment or to see family, you're paying $4 to $6 each way. Do that twice a week, and you're spending $32 to $48 a month just on tolls. But Texas has built senior-specific transit systems that most people don't know about. In Harlingen, the Harlingen Express runs curb-to-curb service for $3 per trip. In Wichita Falls, the Falls Ride program picks you up, takes you to the grocery store, waits while you shop, and brings you home for $3 round trip. In Southeast Texas, Gulf Coast Health Center offers free medical transportation to patients in Port Arthur, Orange, and Silsbee. If you can't drive anymore, or you just want to stop paying for car insurance and gas, these programs give you a way to stay mobile without owning a vehicle. That's a potential savings of $200 to $300 a month, which completely changes the math on a $2,000 budget. Texas weather is not subtle. You get Gulf Coast hurricanes, summer heat that hits 110 degrees, and occasional winter ice storms that shut down the power grid. If you're not prepared, any one of those events can financially wreck you. The state runs an emergency preparation supplies sales tax holiday every April. In 2026, it's scheduled for April 25th through 27th. During that window, you can buy portable generators under $3,000. Hurricane shutters under $300, fire extinguishers, first aid kits, and battery-powered weather radios completely tax-free. For a retiree on a fixed income, that tax-free window is the time to build your 72-hour emergency kit. You're saving 8% on everything, which adds up fast when you're buying a generator or shutters. And the investment pays off. If a hurricane forces an evacuation and you lose power for a week, that generator keeps your refrigerator running and your medications cold. That's not a luxury. That's survival. Insurance companies in the Gulf region are also requiring updated roof inspections and fortified building materials. It sounds expensive up front, but homes that meet those standards qualify for premium discounts that can save you hundreds of dollars a year. And if you're renting, renter's insurance costs $15 to $30 a month and covers all your personal property if a storm destroys the building. Most people skip it. That's a mistake. The last piece of retiring on $2,000 a month isn't financial, it's social. If you're isolated, if you're sitting alone in a cheap apartment with nothing to do, the money doesn't matter. You're miserable. Texas cities have invested in senior activity centers that function like private clubs, but cost almost nothing. In Beaumont, the Lakeside Center offers foreign language classes, Tai Chi, yoga, Zumba Gold, book clubs, and bridge tournaments. In Wichita Falls, the Senior Activity Center runs arts and crafts programs and fitness classes. These aren't charity programs. They're community infrastructure designed to keep you active, healthy, and connected. For couples, there's another strategy. If you're pulling in 2 Social Security checks totaling $3,500 to $4,000 a month, independent living communities become affordable. In Wichita Falls, those run from $2,300 to $5,300 a month. But that single payment covers housing, utilities, meals, and activities. You're not budgeting 15 separate line items. You're writing one check, and everything is handled. That predictability is worth something. It removes the cognitive load of managing a budget when you're 75 or 80. And it gives you access to a built-in social network, which is the thing most retirees say they miss the most after they downsize. Retiring in Texas on $2,000 a month works because the state built a system that protects seniors. The tax exemptions, the Medicare Advantage networks, the specialized transit programs, the senior centers. None of that happened by accident. It's policy designed to make fixed incomes stretch further. And in 2026, with Florida's insurance market collapsing and housing costs spiking in most of the country, Texas is one of the few places where a modest Social Security check can still buy you a stable, comfortable life. You just have to know where to look.